Alright guys, first project of today is spray foam. So I'm going to be spray foaming all the different areas that like my thin slate was not able to cover. So all these like cracks and channels. And I have to make sure that the these spots where like wires are running, or where like spots down here where if like a light goes out, I'll need to like unscrew that and change it out. Make sure to not spray foam in there, but I've just done a check. And looks like all the areas with those have thin slate, so I should not run into any problems with that. So that's the first coat done. This is a couple minutes after putting it in, and you can see it's already starting to expand beyond where it was at. I'm like, ideally if you do a van like this, you want to put the thin slate in these cracks because they've got so many holes at the bottom. Alright, so here we are 1 hour from the first spray foam that I did, and I ended up taping under here just because it was all coming out. So that should hopefully keep everything in, keep everything inside of the railing. It's actually not expanding as much as I was thinking just yet. I mean, like, according to the box, it'll continue to expand for 8 hours. Last night I was able to get the planer working, and now got these beautiful boards and just kind of like figuring out how to lay them out. So I have like 3 different designs, gonna try to Photoshop them into what they will look like up there, and probably post them on Instagram and ask people their thoughts. But oh, so gorgeous. Like, I did not know when I got these that like some had like cool blue streaks to them or red streaks or whatever's going on with like this guy over here that seems to have like parts of red and parts of blue. So that's super cool. I was originally going to like try to like put torch these to kind of bring out the grain patterns more, but that I know will kind of lose some of that coloring. So we'll see. Probably once I like get these figured out, I will chop off like the ends that I won't need and do some, I don't know, experiments with that if I want to what like final finishes I'll need for that. But super happy about this. We'll see what a pattern it goes out with. I've been trying to think of the best way to align these attachment points with the boards that I'm going to be putting up here, and this is the solution that I've come up with. Basically have this wind sheet, and then across it I have little tick marks showing where the holes are. And the ProMaster is interesting because like most of the boards just have these little like ones that M6s will fit in, or M5s will fit in, but then they have a different beam that just has a bunch of M6s and some M8s will fit in there. And this far back beam doesn't even really have a straight line to attach to, and that has like some M10s and yeah, M10 through M5 attachment points. So luckily I got a multi-pack of riv nuts and the riv, or the nuts that'll go in that, or the bolts that'll go in that. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, so I've got the boards out, cut the holes for where the or like the initial holes for where the fan will go in. I'll probably need to trim some of these still, the edge pieces, but I've got everything measured out, put the templates down, marked where the holes will be. Because this middle section is already out, I'm going to go ahead and drill the holes in there. Hopefully, assuming that goes well and that installs correctly, that means everything will be right on the other ones. So I got 2 of the boards up. It was a bit slower of a process than I expected. And one problem that I'm realizing about riv nuts is you kind of have to go straight into them. If this was a wooden board, I'd kind of like be able to drill a pilot hole and then angle it. But can't really do that. So for a couple of these, I've just had to drill secondary holes. And right now I'm just test fitting everything. And eventually I will be taking everything off again, finishing it somehow, and then putting it back on for the final attachment, and at that point I'll have like a fabric or some sort of thing to put in between them. I'm not sure on the color of that yet, but anyway, I've only got 2 boards up because the one of the basically there are a bunch of different sizes of holes, and the M8 hole, which will go at the end of the board that would be here, the riv nut tool which I got, I don't know, the M8 thing just wasn't working, so I'm gonna have to get that replaced somehow. So I've ordered another one, it's on the way. So in the meantime, just doing a bunch of small projects. So down here I've got, this is the board that the electronics will all fit on. So you've got the charge controller over here and the AC converter over here, and then down here this box will be what the battery will go into. So I just screwed this in, and this thing is removable so that I basically get everything plugged up before I install it. Got the hole here for a bunch of the electronics to go, so they'll basically come up through here, go to the top, and then up there you can see I've got the wire because I just did the solar the other day. That was actually easier than I thought, so only half day for that. So super happy how all that works. The solar panels I got are 200 watts, which fits on my roof, but they're just wide enough that they will block, if I ever wanted to have like a mounting rack for the top, it blocks like the mounting points for those. So I wasn't really planning on getting one of those, but now I can't. Hopefully when this riv nut tool comes in, be able to get these up, then I can drill the holes in them to put the lights in, and then I can do all the wiring for that, and then I will finally get around to doing the electronics. Yeah, that's it for this week. Fingers crossed next week I will have all the electrical hookup and these guys up here, and yeah, fingers crossed on that. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Bye.